Good day to you, family. Listen, as most of you know, we are fresh off of the 2025 Hayes family reunion. What an amazing time. So much fun, so much laughter. As a matter of fact, my heart is still full from seeing everyone and all of the good conversations and the laughter that we had together. Listen, a part of that, the family reunion this year, is a new addition that we're calling Legacy Talk. In this session here, we've got Josh Hayes, we've got Aunt Nadine, we've got Uncle Lane, we've got Aunt Mary. Josh is sharing his vision for the Hayes family reunion, and then we get raw, passionate conversation and talk from Aunt Nadine, Uncle Lane, and Aunt Mary about their parents and what it was like growing up in the Hayes household. Listen, this is only session number 1 of about 6. So I know this little session will bless you, and it's something that we'll have to look back on for years. Take a listen.
My name is Joshua Hayes.
My name is Lane Jerome Hayes.
Guys, thank you so much for just being willing to take part in this, what we're calling Legacy Talk. So I'd like to take it to Josh first. Josh, where did all this come from, man? I know a few years ago you had a vision, to do this, and I know people have talked about it before in the family, but specifically, what sparked your vision for the Hayes family reunion?
Well, what sparked my vision for the Hayes reunion, since my inception, I noticed we had gotten together over the years, for many years, getting together, having different type of outings and things of that nature. We were always a close-knit family, and we had reunions for different sides of the family. But I just realized I think it was 2014 or so, I was like, man, we've never had a Hayes reunion, And so I said, I think it'd be a neat idea, to put together an actual Hayes reunion and celebrate this side of the family. Because I started doing some digging, and I realized that if we started my great-grandfather, John Hayes, it's about 175 years of history from him down to me and my sons. That's seven generation of Hayeses, and we have never had a Hayes reunion. So I said, you know what? It's time to put the game in play and get it done. And so that's where it started. And so I figured we needed to get the family together and start documenting history and making some memories under the Hayes name and give people something to look at, to understand where we come from, where we are, and where it is we want to go as the Hayes family. So.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. When you talk about where we come from, if you don't mind, you and I were having a conversation at Aunt Nadine's house, and you talked about the safety that we felt, growing up when when we were all together. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, the safety we felt when we were growing up. I would say we weren't some of those well-to-do families, if you would, or family. We grew up kind of on the poor side, but one thing we were always taught was to make do with what we had. And when I say poor, I mean we wasn't rich or considered wealthy. But one thing we had family. On every side, aunties and uncles, our parents, they always taught us to be thankful for what we had. And if we didn't have nothing else, we had one another. No matter what was going on, we were always at one another's house. If one household lacked on food, we went to auntie's house or whoever's house, grandparents' house, there was always food. One of the main people, and I talked about it earlier, my aunt who had an Uncle O.C., I'll never forget, we used to go to their house, and man, when they were cooking, and they always cooked enough for everybody. And I remember this famous word she used to always say, she would say, have some. And we joke about that to this very day. But one thing about it, no child left hungry. And I remember those things, and so those are some of those moments that I count as staple moments to help us realize who we were. So I took from that, what I took from that was love. And so they taught us this through teaching us to just stick together, always love one another, respect one another, and share with one another. And at the end of the day, no matter how much money we had or didn't have, we had family. And so that's what I meant when I talked about where we come from, you know. So
That is awesome, Josh. Aunt Nadine, can you tell us your mom and dad's name? Can you tell us your mom and dad's name?
My dad's name was O.C. Hayes Sr. Well, they call him O'Caster Hayes. And my mother's name was Pauline Hayes.
That's awesome. What's something that you remember about your mom? What was she like? For folks like me, a youngster, I didn't see any of that stuff. I wasn't around. So, what was she like?
Me and my mom, a lot of people say was the best mom. I know she wasn't the best mom in the world, but my mom was a good mother. Yeah, she tried to teach us right. And like he was saying about little Hattie cooking, my mama used to take a little bit of anything and make a meal out of it. So you'd always have something to eat.
Yeah.
It may not be full, but you would get something to eat though. You know, I remember she could take a whole little thing of flour, if she didn't have but a little flour, and make a whole cake out of it and go around all of them. Hey, and she used to make that flour gravy. We always had something to eat. Now, it might not have been what we wanted, it might not have been as much as we wanted, but she could always make a meal out of something.
That's
We
great.
always had something to eat. And for my dad, when we didn't have nothing to eat at the house, he'd go to Hope, but he would come back with a big sack on his back. You down there, that Barry's Grocery down there now, not Barry's Grocery, what was that?
Did y'all call it Pope Singers?
No, over there, the place where they make the donuts in.
Oh,
He used to come back with a big bag of donuts and stuff on the back. And he would just always bring something back. Boy, you talking about they were good back in them days. They ain't nothing like the other day.
That's good. That's
He would
good.
always come back with something. When he go to
That's
home, when he
good.
come back, he gonna bring something back with him.
Tell us about Grandpa. She told us a little bit about Grandma. What can you tell us about Grandpa? What was he like?
well,
Well, I say this before I get through too. I didn't get many whooping, but most whoopings I got were from my grandmother.
That's awesome.
oh, he was, for a lot of it, he was all right. He, like she said, he always made a way for us to have something to eat and everything. And I said, I'm gonna make y'all laugh. Now, one day, my daddy, he used to raise hogs. A white man come down there and went to take his hogs.
That was a problem.
He popped the white man. He went back and told the sheriff. Sheriff come out there and Daddy whooped his ass. And then he run he run off in the woods so they couldn't get him. So this other white man that know Daddy and they respected one another. He came down there and got Daddy to turn himself in, and he told him wasn't no harm come to him. And that night, Daddy come walking back home.
Wow.
But
Now I see where we got it from. Yeah.
One time when they came out there, we was all in the bed asleep. They came in and broke in the house. They took Dad out the bed. Couldn't let him put on no clothes or nothing. Took him to jail. Just took him out the bed like it was. They broke in the house on him and took him out the bed like it was. And he couldn't put on no clothes, no nothing.
Wow.
Took him to jail.
Wow. See, that's the kind of stuff right there that we just
Yeah, they
had no
did,
idea
they
about.
did.
Yeah.
And then one time they caught him out in the woods. I said one time out in the woods. One time he was out there cutting timber. They caught him out there in the woods one time and whooped him up out in the paper timber wood.
Oh, Nadine, let me ask you this. What's your earliest, I know this could be a lot, what's your earliest childhood memory? What's your earliest childhood memory as far as you can think back? What's your earliest memory of growing up in the Hayes home? What's,
That's been a long time.
or Uncle Lane? What's your earliest memory? I know you're a little bit younger, but
my earliest memory,
earliest memory of growing up in the Hayes home. Yes, sir.
well, Nadine, Pastor Hayes and them, Buck, them, they all would be gone picking tomatoes and peaches and all that stuff. And me and Roland Brazel, well, Mary Ann, but she's a little bitty tight too. She used to try to follow in behind us, but this place where we went up, used to drive up to the house, it had a hill. So we used to take tires and go down there and slide down that hill, having fun. You know, just having fun.
Yeah.
And we used to take a wide plank, and we'd take a top and nail them on that, and we would run around, boom, boom, driving our cars.
Yeah.
Driving our cars in the sand. And sometimes we'll hit real hard and make dirt just fly all up, you know, like somebody in a car, you know, spinning dirt up and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you know, hey, we had a good time though. I mean, when we was young, growing up and everything. And well, I can't say it was better then than it is now though. But anyway,
well, that's part of what we want to do, right? We want to contrast then and now, right? Speaking of that, this may get a little bit more transparent than you guys want to get, but here's the question for you. What were the living conditions like growing up in the Hayes home? I mean, like, what was it? Did you guys all have beds to sleep on? I mean, what were the, because there was a bunch of you guys, right? I mean, what did that look like?
Yeah, we all had beds. Some of them may have sleep in the same bed, but we all had bed. We not sleep on the floor. We had cover when it got cold, cover up with, and we had to go out in the wood in the wintertime, come and bring wood in and make fires with.
So wait a minute, you had to go out and get wood?
Oh shoot, yeah, many times.
How about
Many
that?
times in the morning time, I have to get up and cook breakfast. Wouldn't be no wood in the house, no water. I'd go out there in the dark and find little wood and stuff. Go down on that hill and tote water by myself while the rest of them laying up in there sleeping just to make me mad.
Come on! This is what we want right here. Come on.
Find something to make a fire with and cook. Then they'd go down under that hill and get water. So I had to go down under the hill and get water out of the spring. Throw the 4 buckets in my hand, 2 in each hand, many times. And they laying up in the bed sleeping. I'm out there trying to get wood.
So you say 80 years later?
Get water stuff to cook while they still up in there sleeping. Yeah, used to make me mad. Sure did.
Was that you, Buck? Drop the wood in with the snake in the wood.
I don't got no snake in the wood, and I don't know about that.
She said, what does mean?
Not that I know of.
I remember y'all, somebody was talking about they had brought some wood in the house, and there was an old piece of hollow wood and a snake crawled out of it over there behind the
No, that
stove.
wasn't none of this. I mean, I'm not scared of snake, nothing like that, but nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but there was you trying to ride that old horse that time, and you fell on that horse and rolled under his belly. And what, did he step on you or right by you or something?
He didn't step on me, but I got up on him and I fell off on him, rolled up on the stomach up under him. No, he didn't step on me though. But I tell you something that did happen one time though. When we had this old mule, we used to climb in the wood and old mule would get tired. That joker would run off every time. Man, we put a chain on his neck, put a block on his feet down there. One time I was sitting up on that meet and had a whole forward, high forward. Lord, I'm a great head. My brother O.C., he was trying to put a block on his feet, put a chain and put a block on his feet. That darn mule jumped all the way up on that board, and he jumped on me. He stepped in my stomach.
That's
And the house had a hallway in it, and he stepped on my stomach and went straight through the hallway. It just knocked me over and stepped in my stomach. I think that's why I have stomach problems now, but yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
With that block and that chain on it, jumped up on that board, just ran over me and went straight on out the back.
Gotcha. Well, you got.
Used to be playing, he'd go out there, he'd break a loose, he'd go back, and he would get a loose and go back to the pen where he put him at, where he locked it, go there, stand up, go back to the pen, stand up and look back at you. He did that many times.
Gotcha.
No, I don't know no time how they met up, how they got together. I don't know.
All right, next
Mom and
question.
Dad didn't talk. They wasn't no big talking no way. But Daddy, he talked a lot. My mama did. They said, well, I got.
Oh, so
mine,
Grandpa
so I
talked a
don't
lot,
talk
huh?
much either.
Grandpa talked a lot, huh?
Daddy did. My mama did.
Okay.
Dad was laughing.
They said, well, I got mine from Mama because I don't talk a lot either.
Hello. My name is Gloria Dean Daniel Hayes
Lord.
Flowers.
That's
I'm
awesome.
the baby girl.
AKA Marianne.
Sorry.
Go ahead. It's all good. Go ahead.
I'm the baby daughter of Mr. O.C. Castor Hayes Jr. and Miss Pauline Hayes. Miss Pauline Daniel Hayes. Pauline Daniel Hayes. I'm a Daniel too, you know.
All right, Aunt
Anyway,
Mary.
I
So
remember-
my question for you is, what can you tell us about your mom and dad? What were they like?
Well, I know my daddy was a hard worker. Man, he gonna make sure we gonna have some food. I don't care if it's a piece of bread, and my mama too. And my daddy, oh, we used to be so happy to see our daddy. He used to come down the road with a crocker sack of all kind of donuts on his back, man. I mean, he was just humped over with a whole pack of donuts. You know the crocker sacks?
Yes, ma'am.
They had, I mean, boy, he coming down that road. Boy, them was some good old donuts in those days, man, I'm telling you. But anyway, Daddy made sure we didn't go hungry, and Mama did too. And you know what Mama would do? Okay, I remember this myself. My mama, she would cook some meat, right? And she would save the broth for the next day, and she would make us some cornbread soup. And it was good, man. It was good. They made sure we didn't go hungry. I don't care what it was, we had something. And they always told us to share. They said if we don't have nothing but a little bit, always offer somebody something. They always told us that. And for us to always be nice. And don't talk about nobody, because don't say nothing bad about nobody, because it can happen to you or somebody in your family. They always told us to love one another, you know.
Yeah.
And they told us about God, something about God.
Yeah.
And I love him so much, and I miss him so much. But I know God makes no mistakes. I know he makes no mistakes, and I know we all got to go that way someday, but I still miss him. Daddy, he's been gone, let me see. Dad's been gone 52 years, and Mama been gone 47 years, and Jessica been gone 50-some years, I don't know exactly. But I still miss them all, and I still get teary-eyed. But I remember the good old days, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
When we leave here, we leave memories.
Yes, ma'am.
Leave memories for our children to cherish. And that's what it's all about today. Try to help the younger generation to grow up and do this and that, and especially in church, because we're getting older and they are our next generation.
Yes.
So it's good to try to teach them something in church and teach them how to do this and that in church, you know. Like the office that we hold, we need to start teaching them and learning them how to do it, because, as I say, I know younger generation is leaving too, but we're getting older and older. All of us is from our 60s to our 80s. And we know sooner or later God gonna call us. But we still want to leave a good legacy for the children, to always put God first, love one another, and try to take care of each other, take care of them and their families the best they can, even if they have to work 2 jobs. But don't go around stealing. But you know what? I stole one time. No, I stole 2 times. Yeah.
No.
I stole
No
2
way.
times. But let me tell you one thing I learned. That it wasn't nothing but God. It wasn't nothing but God. When I wasn't stealing, they be like I was stealing. And that broke me up. I only stole 2 items. And that broke me up when they said I was stealing. I wasn't. And I was crying, I was scared, and that broke me up. I ain't stole no more.
Gotcha.
I ain't stole no more. But
You know,
anyway,
you
it's
mentioned-
good for us to always try to teach the younger generation about God and loving one another.
Yeah.
And doing our best to take care of
That's
our
good.
family.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you mentioned something that's a great segue into something I wanted to talk to Josh about. You started talking about legacy and memories, and I know in speaking with him, that's been on his heart a lot about the younger generation, right? About us keeping that alive and setting a standard. Josh, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, you know, I alluded to some of it earlier, but it's important to me because that's the glue. What she's talking about, you know, is God. That's the one thing we knew our elders held strongly to. You know, no matter what it looked like, they always, you know, told us to believe in God. And I tell you, these people that are sitting around me right now, even when I didn't want to, when I was younger, I would get upset And they would talk to me like, give it to God, let God take care of it, don't get, and I used to get so angry, I'm like, I'm gonna handle this. Y'all are too humble, but they stayed true to it. And they stay true to it even till today. And so God is the glue in this family, seeking God, the will of God, trying to do the right thing, and passing that on down to the next generation. Because all of those good characteristics about our parents, our grandparents, that comes from them loving God and knowing God. It's not something that they just do just because, but it's something that they was taught, they taught to us, and it's something that we're trying to pass on down to the next generations, because without that, what do we have? And right now we see the results of some of that being lost with the younger generations, being scattered and just going their own ways, and they seem to be so lost and confused. But it's our job, it's this generation's job, to corral them back in and give them those good things that was passed on down to us, and hopefully that they can pass it on down to their children as well. And so, even in my own home, I'll bring this up. I don't want to leave. I'm not going to leave my mom out. She had 11 of us. I'll throw this in there too. And so she did an awesome job of teaching us about God and loving God and loving one another, and taught us how to be a unit and work together. From the old days all the way until now. And so thank her for that. And so we're just going to do our dead level best to pass that along.